वेलकम बैक दोस्तों। आज जावा के बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक के बारे में हम बात करने वाले हैं जो कि ओवरलोडिंग मेथड्स से रिलेटेड है। सो जावा सपोर्ट करती है ओवरलोडिंग एंड ओवरराइडिंग। सो बिफोर गोइंग टू ओवरराइडिंग वी वांट टू सी overloading. Let's see what is the method overloading in the Java. So method overloading, what it does, it allows a method with the same name but different parameters to have different implementation and return values of different types, and can be used when the same operation has different implementations. Okay, so in short while I will show you how the implementation are different and what it does, what it is talking about. Okay, and always remember that overloaded methods have the following properties. So what is the properties are there for the method overloading is that method names will be same but parameters should be different and parameter type should be different. These are the things must follow. So these are the basic properties. The same methods name as I told you, and different methods, sorry, different parameter or different number of parameters. If these are the two properties holds good, then we will can say method is overloaded. Okay, and the return types can be different or same. It is not mandatory for any method overloading thing, like it contribute to anything related to overloading. It doesn't. Only the method name and the parameter will participate to identify whether method is overloaded or not. Okay, so these are the short example. This is the example called print. Here you can see there is another print method but have a different parameter that is called E grade, M grade and S grade. Okay, similarly the above method have only temp variable as a parameter. Okay, so and you can see inside their method they have different things to do. In first one the name is printed, address is printed, age is printed. Okay, in the second one what happened, the name, along with the name there is a grade is printed. Okay, math grade, okay, English grade is printed, and science grade is printed, which is coming from the parameter of that method. I hope this is a bit clear to you. If not, let's see some example, because it is important to understand. Let's see, we have one overload demo method, sorry, class. Inside this class we have several test methods. One test method with no parameter, another test method is with the one parameter. Okay, here I see there is some typo mistake, so just forgive me because it is just a typo mistake. And next we have another test method, that is a and b, taking a parameter a and b, and another test method we have which taking the double parameter and printing the square of that entered value. Okay, let's see this overload demo class is being with the overload demo class object. We are calling every method from the another method that is called overload, sorry, another class that is called overload. Inside this overload method we have a main function, and as you always know that C program and Java program always start from the main except the applet or servlet cases. Okay, so here we have to make object of another class because we wanted to use the member of that class. So we have created the obj of that overload demo class, and we have one variable to store the double results, and apart from this we will start testing the test methods from the overload demo class. Once we are calling with this object, we calling the test method without parameter, it will match to this one and it will print no parameter. Okay, and if we give the one parameter that is integer type, and it will then match to this test method, and it will make use of this method rather than any other method. Okay, here test method with two integer parameter, it will match to this one, so that's why this method will be called, no other method will be called. Okay, even the name are same. Okay, so next we have called another call of the test method with the double parameter, that is a decimal number. So it will not call any other method except the last one, which is accepting the a as a double parameter. So it will be called this one, and it will indeed return the square of that a. So we wanted to restore this result, and that's why we will be printing the output of this. So this is the one thing which I theoretically I tried to explain you, but if you want to see the example, that is practical example, so I have already written this program. Here method overloaded class which have a test 4 test methods with the different parameter. That's why these are called overloaded methods. Okay, now I tried to making calling all these methods with the different parameters values, and wanted to test whether these are the actually what we have learned, it is the same as expected. So let's start with the running this program. Okay, so I just kept one breakpoint to the main, because always we know that Java program will start from the main function. So here I am debugging this program. Okay, so this line what will happen, it will just create object of that class, so it will go inside that method, sorry, inside that class. Okay, so it came to this class and it again created a copy of that class, that is object of that class. Okay, so as soon as we will go, and now the object is initialized. Okay, we have object is ready. So what will happen, then we are going to inside this we are calling the test method from that class with the help of this object. So it will call the method of test with the no parameter, with no argument. Okay, so indeed it will go inside this one because it has no parameter and no other test method has been called. Okay, sure. So the message of this is executed because it's implementation to print the this message. Okay, next, as soon as I will go next, we are calling again test with the one parameter that is called integer parameter, and which matches to the signature of this test methods. Okay, so it will go inside this method and it's having the different implementation. Here we have printed the message value of a and the actual value of a. So we have given 10, so this should print a 10. What this should print? This should print value of a is equal to 10. Let's see if it is correct. Yes, it has indeed printed the value of a is equal to 10. Now next, again we have called the test with the two integer values as a parameter, so it will match to the this method. Okay, because it is accepting the two integer values as a parameter, and that's why this the implementation of this method will be executed. So indeed it has executed and the value of a and b has been printed. Let's see whether I am telling correct or not. Value of a and b is equal to 10 space 20, which we wanted to print, we have printed. Okay, next we have called this method test method with the decimal number of parameters. Okay, so as soon as we are passing any decimal number number with the decimal values, so it will match to the double data type, and the value of this will be printed. So we have called this double one, and we have printed this output. So hope I made you clearly how what our method overriding does and how it is useful. Okay, so for now it is limited to overloading, and in next couple of classes we will see what is the overriding.